9. Using the properties of of the sets. Prove that. Number 1, A union A intersection B is equal to 8. Number 2, A intersection A union B is equal to A union A intersection B is equal to A. A intersection A union B is equal to A. So it is one way of expressing a set. Now, to prove this one, I am going to use one property of sets. What is the property? Let me tell you that first, then I will. Okay. Proof. First, I will start with that identity. For any two sets x and y, for any two sets x and y, number 1 we have, if x is subset of y, then x union y or x intersection y, both we have. X intersection y, by x is subset of y. Therefore, that means x is a subset of y is superior set. When you find common of these two, you get again x. At the same time, if x is subset of y, then x union y is equal to y. So in the case of union, you get superior set. In the case of intersection, you will get a subset. I am going to use this concept to prove this. Now, first one. To prove A union A intersection B is equal to. For any two sides, do you agree A intersection B is subset of U? A intersection B is subset of U. So here, subset and superset. If I find their union, therefore we get A intersection B union A is nothing but B. That's all. Before. Similarly, for the second one, to prove A intersection A union B is equal to A. Now look here, my A is subset of A for any two sets. For any two sets, A is subset of A union B. So in this case, A is subset and their A union B is superset. If I find their intersection, I get small set, I get here. Then we get A intersection A union B is equal to A. See how simple it is. Next one, 13th question. In a survey of 600 students of a school, 150 students were found to be taking tea, whereas 225 taking coffee. 100 were taking both tea and coffee. How many were taking neither tea nor coffee? This is the question. We can solve this question in two ways. In two ways we can solve. Number one is using Venn diagram. Number two, using the formula, which we derived already. First of all, I will use the formula and I will solve it. Now, in this type of questions, what the method? First, you have to write information. Second, you have to understand what you need to find. Then we decide how to find. So let me write what is the information given in the problem. In a survey of 600 students, so total they conducted a survey for 600 students. 150 students take tea, 225 students take coffee, and 100 students we take both coffee. This is the information. Later we see what we need to find. So first part, let solution. How to solve these type of questions? First let. So T 150 students, let T be the set of students who take T is equal to, okay, and what is given number of students in that set is 150. Therefore, n of T is equal to 150. Next one, I'll give name C as the second set. Let C be the set of students who take coffee, and it is given that now C is equal to 225, and this 100 represents both. This 100 represents both, so I can write the number of let. Therefore, T intersection C be the set of students who take both, and how much is given? And now T intersection C is equal to given as 100. From this information, can we find anything? Yes, we can find the number of students who take either tea or coffee. Either take tea or coffee. I told you in the beginning itself, A union B means either A or B or both. So let us find that one. Now, number of students who takes either coffee or tea, either tea or coffee is equal to n of T union C. We have found the this. What do we have? N of T union C is equal to, we have formula n of T plus n of C minus n of T intersection C. Substituting the values, we have 150 plus 225 minus 100. So which gives you 275. So in that survey, 200 students take either tea or coffee. But how many students are there? Total 600 students are there. Out of 600 students, 275 have habit of taking tea or coffee. That means other people, they don't belong to either this group or that group. So that means, therefore, number of students who take neither tea nor coffee is equal to total 600 students minus 275. How much this is? 325 students. So 325 students, they don't belong to either tea group or coffee group. Please take it. Next question is, in a group of students, 100 students know Hindi. So 100 students belongs to one subject. 50 know English. So 50 belongs to another subject group. And 25 know both of them. Students who knows either Hindi or English. That means if you take a student, he belongs to either Hindi group or English group, or he belongs to both. How many students are there in a group? So you have to find how many students are there in total. So as usual, here, number one, Hindi is one group, Hindi is one set, and English is another set. So if a student belongs to either first set or second set or both, you have to find that number. So what do you do? As usual, let solution. Let H be the set of students who knows Hindi. And what is given? Given that n of H is equal to 100. The next one, let E be the set of students who knows English. And it is given now English is given as 50. And what is this 25? 25 student who knows Hindi and English both. Therefore, H intersection E represents the set who knows both. That is equal to, and now H intersection E is equal to 25. You have to find the total group who knows either Hindi or English or both. That means you have to find H intersection, H union E you have to find. So the set H union E represents the group of students who knows either Hindi or English or both. So I'm going to find this. Therefore, we have n of H union E is equal to n of H plus n of E minus n of H intersection E. Substituting the values, we have 100 plus 50 minus 25. If you simplify, you have 125. Therefore, the number of students in the group is equal to 125. Now, same thing we can do by using Venn diagram also. So, first I'll take two overlapping sets. This is H and this is E. In this type of questions, first you have to fill the number of students who belongs to both. That means you have to fill this part first. This is the first part, second part and third part. First part, second part, first middle one, third part. H intersection E is nothing but 25. Next one come to Hindi. Hindi is given 100. Among 100, this 25 also included. Therefore, to fill this first part, I need to subtract 25 from 100, so it is nothing but 75. Next come to English. English, we have 50. In this 50, 25 also included. That means here, 25 gone. So 50 minus 25 is 25 in the second part. Now from the diagram, I can find very easily what is H union E. It's nothing but adding all the three numbers. What are they? 75 plus 25 plus 25 is equal to 125. And one more advantage from this diagram is, if you observe carefully, this 75 represents only Hindi and this 25 represents only English. This 25 represents both. So what is used here? And if the question is, how many students are there who knows only Hindi? Answer is 25. How many students are there who knows only English? Answer is 25. How many students are there who knows both? Answer is 25. How many students are there in the group? Simply just add. So with one diagram, not only this answer, we can get two more answers also.